After the disciples had lamented for a time, a brilliant luminous radiance appeared and said, "Listen, faithful Tibetans. I am the great Yeshe Tsogyal Ma. The sentient beings of Tibet suffer endlessly, harmed by many and varied karmic actions. But your suffering is self-produced. Can't you see that? The three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, are the refuge place of sufferers. Pray to them one-pointedly with your whole being. Do not suffer needlessly. Be joyful." Next, she advised her students to recite the Sanskrit mantra that is called the Vajra Guru Mantra. The Ascended Masters call it the Golden Mantra. She said, "Recite the Vajra Guru Mantra, the essence of mantra. These 12 syllables are the very essence of Padmasambhava. Recite them and you reverse samsaric proclivities. Samsara, as you know, is the indefinitely repeated cycles of birth, misery, and death caused by karma. Samsara is all worldly illusion. Thus, samsaric proclivities are those karmic tendencies, habit patterns, and thought patterns that we have wound around ourselves during our many lifetimes on earth." Yeshe continued, "This mantra is the antidote. It is the antidote, the means to pass and reverse all misery. This mantra is the wish-fulfilling gem. You beings here now, and you who are yet to come, please practice and rely upon the essential mantra." The voice stopped. The brilliant, luminous radiance disappeared into the southwest. That is the end of the story of Yeshe. Traditionally, Padmasambhava's mantra is invoked to create peace and harmony as the antidote for the confusion and turmoil of this dark age. Padmasambhava instructed Yeshe Tsogyal that his mantra should be used to avert the evils of a coming period of great darkness. A Tibetan Terma text records the dialogue between himself and Yeshe. Yeshe Tsogyal spoke, "I see that there will come a time in the distant future." Remember, she is speaking in the 8th century. The 8th century, not very long ago. "I see that there will come a time in the distant future when human beings will possess fickle intellects and ever-changing opinions. What we would call the time of the coming of the yin mind, the unpredictable human consciousness. They will be very excitable, impatient, and excessively prone to violence. They will cling to heretical views regarding the Holy Dharma. In particular, they will slander and belittle the doctrine of the supremely secret mantras. At that time, for all sentient beings, the 3 great evils of disease, poverty, and warfare with terrifying weapons will greatly increase. In particular, there will come a time of terrible suffering for Tibet and the Tibetan people, when the troubles, just as when a nest of ants is broken open, the ants swarm out, will spread with great devastation across the 3 regions of China, Tibet, and Central Asia. This prophecy of Yeshe is coming to fulfillment to the letter. In such evil times, it will be extremely difficult to avert or reverse those trends. In such times as those, O Guru, If one should rely solely on your sadhana, which is the Vajra Guru Mantra, what benefit and advantage shall come from this? Then the great master spoke, O faithful daughter, what you have said is very true. But in such future periods of time as those, it is still certain that from practice there shall come forth benefits, both immediate and ultimate, for all sentient beings. Guru Rinpoche said that if a monk or even a layman of devout faith or a woman of good character, having intensively cultivated the intention to attain enlightenment, repeat the essence of the Vajra Guru Mantra 100 times, 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 or 100,000,000 times, as many times as possible, the resulting power and benefits shall be inconceivable to the human mind. And in all the directions of space, disease, poverty, warfare, hostile armies, civil strife, famine, dire prophecies, and ill omens, all these evils shall be averted if you give Padmasambhava's mantra. As with all mantras, each word of the golden mantra has a special significance that goes beyond the literal translation. Therefore, the mantra can be interpreted and practiced on many levels. Remember that when you understand the profound meaning of the mantra, you are endowing it with your own sacred fire and directing what you hold in mind as your concept of the mantra to the entire universe. Dilgo Khyentse says, this mantra is the life and heart, the quintessence of Guru Rinpoche. It is in fact Guru Rinpoche in the form of sound. The mantra is Padmasambhava. The lotus-born Guru and his mantra are inseparable. When we utter his mantra, which includes the name of the Guru, it is like repeatedly calling on someone whose response is unfailing. If we pray reciting his mantra one-pointedly, there is absolutely no doubt whatsoever that Guru Rinpoche will turn his compassion toward us and grant his blessings. On another level of meaning, the first 3 syllables of the mantra, Om Ah Hum, are 3 bija or seed syllables that enable one to traverse 3 planes of consciousness, the universal, the ideal, and the individual, symbolized in the Dharmakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya. Om signifies the point of origin, your point of origin in Brahman, the essence and universality of the Dharmakaya. Ah is for the experience of inspiration or inspirational delight through the Sambhogakaya, through your holy Christ self. Hum represents expression and spiritual realization at the level of the Nirmanakaya, the body of the saint. According to the esoteric Buddhist teaching, the disciples' invocation of the seed syllables, Om, Ah, Hum, releases the light and energy necessary for the eradication of all wrongs ever done through his body, speech, or mind. This is the great qualification of seed syllables that the traditions of Hinduism give us. This light and energy also transfer to him the qualities and blessings of the body, speech, and mind of the Buddhas, or of one's Guru. In the case of the Vajra Guru Mantra, the devotee's goal is to have his body, speech, and mind become one with the body, speech, and mind of Padmasambhava. He the plus, we the minus. He the masculine, we the feminine, he the spirit universe that we desire to have converge with our matter universe, our body. When we give the mantra, it is the way through the Divine Mother that all beings of light in the spirit cosmos can converge at this point of our physicality. They literally place their electronic presence, a duplicate or a double of themselves, over us. So you can see yourself standing inside a great, big, wonderful Padmasambhava. The word Vajra in this mantra signifies the union of the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya. It means diamond, adamantine, or thunderbolt. Dilgo Kensei explains its significance. Vajra indicates absolute mastery or realization of the indivisibility of the three kayas, the three bodies. Vajra, 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 Vajra. Do you see how I'm releasing the sound without actually saying it? I'm using the power of the breath and simply forming my lips. It's coming from deep within my chakras. See if you can feel the fire of it. Vajra, 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 Vajra. It sounds like, and it is what it is. It's a thunderbolt. Buddhists believe that Padmasambhava's mantra has the power to vanquish the 5 poisons, which are the antithesis of the wisdoms of the Dhyani Buddhas. The devotee seeks to be conferred with these wisdoms because they will give him the ability to transmute the 5 poisons. The 5 poisons are the obstacles to his spiritual progress and to his realization of Buddhahood. The word Vajra represents mirror-like wisdom, the wisdom of the Dhyani Buddha, Akshobhya. Akshobhya. Mirror-like wisdom allows one to see all things in their true nature and reflects all things uncritically and calmly. Akshobhya's mirror-like wisdom overcomes the poison of anger, hate, and hate creation. The word Guru represents the wisdom of equality. Om, Ah, Hum, Vajra, Guru. The word Guru in the mantra represents the wisdom of equality or inner wisdom, the wisdom of the Dhyani Buddha, Ratna Sambhava. The non-egoistic wisdom of equality embodies the principle of the solidarity of all beings, as it sees all things with divine impartiality. Ratna Sambhava's wisdom of equality vanquishes the poison of spiritual, intellectual, and human pride. The word Padma, Padma, symbolizes fearless compassion, discriminating wisdom, the wisdom of the Dhyani Buddha, Amitabha, Amitabha. Discriminating wisdom confers inner vision and spiritual discernment, separating inordinate desire from ordinate desire. It is called the wisdom of clear sight that can perceive the causes of karmic conditions and therefore make the choice to no longer engage in those causes. Amitabha's wisdom of equality conquers the poisons of the passions, all cravings, covetousness, greed, and lust. Siddhi, Siddhi, Siddhi represents all accomplishing wisdom or wisdom that accomplishes all works, the wisdom of the Dhyani Buddha, Amoga Siddhi, Amoga Siddhi. Siddhis are powers or abilities acquired through the practice of yoga, the 4 kinds of yoga we discussed in our lecture on Hinduism. The supreme siddhi is enlightenment. Amoga Siddhi's all-accomplishing wisdom transmutes the poisons of envy and jealousy. Hum, hum, hum. This is the final syllable of the mantra. In some interpretations, it signifies the wisdom of the Dharma Dhatu, the wisdom of the Dhyani Buddha Vairochana, which consumes the poison of ignorance. In Tibetan Buddhism, hum is rich in symbolic meaning. It anchors the mantra in the human heart, sheltering it and bringing it to maturity. Lama Govinda writes, Om is like the sun, but hum is like the soil into which the sun's rays must descend in order to awaken dormant life. Lama Govinda explains that after the disciple has experienced universal consciousness, he returns to the human plane on which all attainments are translated into life and deed. The place of this experience is the human heart, in which the diamond being Vajra Sattva is realized and becomes an ever-present force in the seed syllable hum. The Ascended Masters teach that Vajra Sattva's diamond will of God counteracts the poisons of non-will and non-being, fear, doubt, and non-belief in God, the great Guru. Padmasambhava's wisdom of resolution and world transmutation vanquishes world chaos created by the poisons delivered by the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. On July 5th, 1989, the Ascended Lady Master, the Goddess of Liberty, gave us a visualization that you may very well wish to use while giving Padmasambhava's mantra. The visualization is for the transmutation of the 5 poisons and for the recreation of yourself in the image and likeness of the Buddha. This is what she said. You may observe and you may call to your holy Christ self and to your inner Buddha to show you where those poisons are present and how you can root them out and replace them with a glorious image of the golden Buddha. Wherever you see corruption in the self or another, replace it with a glorious image of the golden Buddha. And see that Buddha smiling back at you out of that person, out of the chakras, the self, or the consciousness. Whatever you see that is imperfect in another or yourself, beloved, whenever you see it, see the golden Buddha blazing. See the golden Buddha blazing. And there you will have the response of the golden Buddha blazing back at you. You will see the transformation and you will see the Buddha step out of that one to initiate you, to embrace you, to place upon your head the crown of everlasting life. Physicians, one and all, heal thyself. The Buddha is the great physician that does heal thee. Become the Buddha. Enter the Buddha. Let the Buddha enter thy heart. Heal thyself. Let us give the mantra once.